Hey there, internet friends. With E3 behind me, it's time to come back to my regularly scheduled weekly programming, so here is Movie Mondays again. In honor of Cars 3 opening this last weekend, I decided to watch Cars 2 for the first time. It and The Good Dinosaur are the only two Pixar movies I'd never watched. I'd always kind of heard bad things about Cars 2, and I didn't like Cars 1. It was my least favorite of the Pixar movies, so I avoided it. And I was going to maybe go see Cars 3 and just figure, I don't really need to see Cars 2 to appreciate Cars 3 if there is an appreciation of Cars 3. But I ultimately said, I got too much to do, so I'm not going to make it up to the movie theater. So I just rented Cars 2 and watched it in my apartment last night. And at least I have a new least favorite Pixar movie from it. Yay! Cars 2 feels like the direct-to-VHS movies that I got growing up. Things like The Return of Jafar for Aladdin, or Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas for Beauty and the Beast, of course, and what was the other one? The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. And then, Aladdin also had Prince of Thieves, King of Thieves, something like that, which was notable only because Robin Williams came back to be the genie again, after Dan Castellaneta had played him in Return of Jafar. And the Lion King had The Lion King 1.5, which was just also stupid. So Cars 2 feels like those movies. But instead of making it a direct-to-DVD thing, they gave it a full-blown launch and big old marketing budget and everything like that. And it was bad. Ooh, I did not like it. It just completely throws away the message of the first movie of, take time to enjoy life, slow down and enjoy life, and gives us instead Mater, international spy, by accident. If it had been a straight-to-DVD release, I'm sure I and everybody else would be more lenient to it, but they gave it a full release so they could really only just try and make money off of stupid toys and shit, no joke, this Lightning McQueen Disney car ornament that I've had on my desk for I don't know how long, that my parents gave me at one point in time, I'm sure. Now, admittedly, I can't put myself in the shoes of, the intended audience for this movie, which I've got to assume is, 5-year-olds who think it's cool when cars go vroom, 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 and they think Mater being stupid is funny. But I shouldn't have to. Every other Pixar movie up to that point had given us a story for all ages that parents and children and young adults and anybody could appreciate. This was not that. The original cast, outside of Larry the Cable Guy, is pretty much absent from the movie. Owen Wilson does have some stuff as Lightning McQueen, and it seems actually like this ends up being the template for something like Finding Dory, where you have a minor character or supporting character from the first movie kind of flip the roles and play the lead in the follow-up. But I got to imagine everybody else from the first movie probably enjoyed the payday they got, because they really only had to come in for probably a day or two of work in the recording studio, so that's got to be a nice chunk of change for little work. And Larry the Cable Guy, shockingly, doesn't really deliver any kind of beats outside of the one he's been playing for the last 20 years or however long. So there's no real emotional connection when Mater is feeling bad about letting his friend down, or feeling bad about realizing he's a laughingstock or something like that. It's just a disappointing movie all around. And I'm not really one to go down the rabbit hole of picking apart the anthropomorphizing of the Cars universe, but if you've also got planes and boats in this world that the cars can, transport around on, are they being swallowed and or, puked out or shat out when they, embark and disembark? Or, as a sequence in the movie would suggest, you have Mater and Michael Caine's Finn McMissile going into a plane's cargo door. Did they just sodomize that plane? And why am I thinking this about a freaking Disney movie? So those are my thoughts on Cars 2. Don't see it. I can't imagine it's going to come into play in Cars 3 and you're going to miss out anything. If you've been unfortunate enough to see it, let me know what you thought about Cars 2 in the comments below. As always, I've been your host, Trevor Starkey, from TrevorTrove.com. You can follow me at SnarkyStarkey on Twitter, And until next time, from here at the Trove, treasure your friends.